record. Here we are, session 34. Recap. The part...
But do we think she sent Kid 3? Like, is she like in charge of Kid 3?
I didn't get that vibe at all.
I think Jimmy just kind of gave me that vibe a little bit, though.
The clarification there.
Okay, well, if you want that, a lot of the information is back in mine, and maybe I can rewatch it to clarify, but I'm not remembering that. I think...
The Holy Spirit of my Yimmy Trinity moved in me when that was spoken. That spirit of Yimmy moved within me and said, mayhaps those are connected.
Well,
You really need to play a cleric next time. Will you please just play a cleric next time?
we can before we do this whole trip to save Bracken. I can
Bracken shit.
I can absolutely still ask a deity if there was a relation, if there was something, because that's a yes or no question. Did you give Kid 3 the ability to summon this? That would be yes or no.
Give
If you guys don't
think
want to
she's
save
free to
Bracken,
summon
can
it,
you
then
just
you
say
go.
so?
I want to go, and we're gonna bring Lorraine, and it's gonna be.
Yeah. Let's
That'll
put a
work.
pin in this. I think this needs to be addressed sooner.
I just think Shadrix went down to suspect number 1B, and then 1A is now this Raven god.
What's her beef?
I think she's the goddess of
Oh.
death, so she's just big fan of dead stuff.
Yeah, that seems like her vibe to summon a demigoth titan. And she sounds pretty powerful if one of the dragons is running away from her.
I didn't have that.
Wouldn't it be cool if there was like a structure full of like things that held information,
Yes.
and in those things there were different like genres, and we could look up this goddess?
We can research
really a library.
her all we want.
I'll go to the library and try to research if any of those type of things even exist. You know, like
Do you think
items of
Bracken knows
information.
anything about
I'll
this?
look in a book about that.
If you guys
Surely
want to go
not.
save
Surely
Bracken, I can hang back.
Yeah, can we just like go to the library and
Oh,
see if we
you're
can
not
read
teaching.
anything about this lady?
We need you.
I'm sorry, what, Shelby?
Can we go to the library and just like read a book about this lady?
Yeah, go for it. You want to go and study the Matron of Ravens. What would you like to know about the Matron of Ravens?
Everything.
Favorite
Okay.
color, year she was born.
Wow, we're going to see how much lore I remember.
I want to
off
know
the top
about
of my
her
head.
connection to were-ravens. I'm gonna guess she like
What about
of death.
what about blood magic also?
Okay.
Or
Here, I will answer more specific questions if you want them, but the general lore that you learn about the Matron of Ravens. The Matron of Ravens was once a human and who learned an incredible amount of magic. Magic so spectacular that she was able to dethrone the god of death and ended up taking their place. While she was not and does not have the reputation of being malevolent, she takes her followers, and her general persona is death is the natural course of things and must be allowed to happen. The Matron of Ravens has historically never taken actions to speed up the time to result in death, but takes her duty as the one to ferry souls to the underworld and the afterlife very seriously. So those that beseech her to extend their lives are told universally no. Those that are asked to end lives are told universally no. She is very much on the razor's edge, and she walks that line of not intervening, but taking her responsibilities very seriously.
So is she not intervening?
Well, also she wouldn't probably try to speed up the death of the entire student population by helping someone.
right.
She would be most likely to intervene if someone was trying to cheat death or cheat her
Father
from becoming involved in the death. Now, death omens show up a lot and actually do not necessarily originate from her. Death omens can come from any supernatural source, any supernatural being. But a common metaphor or vision related to imminent death is her visage or ravens themselves, who carry somewhat of an omen of death. I will say you find no connection in the literature you look for that were ravens are her pet, her progeny, or that she gives any special treatment to them. It would be...
That is not what she told me.
Well, what's in the books and what she told you might be different.
That's true. I'm just saying that.
How do dragons die?
The same way everything else does.
Okay.
Of a
So
broken
potentially
heart.
Chandrix is trying to cheat death.
Yeah.
Well, probably because she's not
Classic
eating
Father
it,
Shad.
right?
How many hit points do dragons have?
Oh, he has.
Like
So-
An
200,
approximate guess would
500?
be all of them.
500, 600, 700. I don't know. I gotta look up the stats.
I mean, I was watching him just get dismembered bit by bit, and it was taking a long time. He had a lot of constitution.
Is that the event that made Death try to...
He has like this vision, hallucination, whatever.
Oh,
It
yeah, I
happens
remember that.
like on a daily. Yeah,
Of him getting dismembered?
yeah, it's brutal. It's disgusting.
Well, that's a hellhole.
Right. So he's trying to make it stop.
I wonder why you want to cheat death if every day you wake up and gotta live out your own death.
I don't. I think he just wants the curse to end.
Oh, fair, yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
all I understand.
So we have some questions for Shadrix.
Old
Yes.
Shad Daddy, you know?
Wow.
Let's.
Daddy, daddy.
Thing.
I don't think any of us agree with that sentence.
Shad Daddy.
Shad, Daddy, Daddy.
Relationship you guys have.
Not to make this longer, but we should have a consultation with Irene before we go. Lorraine, sorry. Because
I was like,
Who's my
She
lady?
hates it.
Come on,
Don't
Irene.
get her name wrong.
come on, Irene. Lorraine, because she said the minute we go into the negative plane, we will all die unless we have prepared accordingly. But she, won't tell me what that is until she's assured she gets to join us. So
Yeah, she's coming.
yeah, she's coming.
Let's go. Let's go find Irene.
Okay.
It's Lorraine.
It's kind of like a Garrett
Nice try,
situation,
Garrett.
you know?
Right. It is.
Come on, Lorraine.
I will say
Yeah,
she's
Garrett's just getting in on the wrong name train.
in
Do
the.
we trust
Like, am I right, Irene?
She's got bad social skills.
She does, yeah.
Really
She's
bad.
kind of
but
a bee.
she's always been this way. And I will say,
And by always the 2 seconds you've known her?
no, I've known her.
No, he knows her before school.
Oh, okay, I missed that part. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I
I'm
watched your session 0.
pretty sure we've been mortal enemies since we were a kid because she doesn't know how to be nice. But I
That's
think
good.
it's just her.
It's okay.
Should I go find her?
Yeah. So as y'all go find Lorraine, she is in her signature spot in the library, feverishly poring over tomes, the subjects of which are very obscure. But as you come up, she looks up. She's like, "Oh, is it time? Is it now?"
Maybe. Hey, buddy, where's your door handle?
Garrett.
Did he go with you?
I
I'm
think we're
assuming are y'all all together?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind
Oh,
of
you're
weirdly
talking
just
to me.
travel
Sorry,
and
I thought you were talking to Lorraine.
Can we have
Oh, yeah.
Can we have a space to talk, my friend?
Sure. I'll
Yes.
I
Can you pause
take
for a
my.
beer?
Yes.
Yes, that's the correct answer. Okay.
Are we all going in?
I take my key out and find a door and open it and say, "Come on in, guys."
All right.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
still a dive bar? Why did I get the sense we changed it? Is it still a dive bar?
No, it's definitely still a dive bar. It's dingy. We keep all of our trophies in there.
We have trophies?
No,
Sure.
just like things we find along the way.
Once we get trophies, we will
She
keep
made
them.
Didn't we
trophies.
steal a flag or something?
We
Oh,
did
yeah.
steal a
Oh,
flag.
yeah, we gotta put the pirate flag up.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah,
1 sec.
yeah. The pirate flag is behind the bar, front and center.
Oh, we
Sorry,
played a
Lorraine,
little
we'll talk about the
commemorative
negative
music.
plane in a second.
You're gonna be a shanty. Please let it be a shanty.
We have questions.
Okay.
You're coming with us? Right. I've told we're going to
Yes.
the negative.
It'll take me a couple of hours to get my gear together, but I can be ready.
what gear do we need to not die?
Y'all don't have anything?
Wait, yes, but there's something specific for the negative plane that we should have.
Yes.
Okay.
So, should I just start from the beginning?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everything, again, take this with a grain of salt. This is all very speculative, but I believe there's a lot of credibility to this. There are 5 things you need to know about the negative plane. First, there is no air. So if we are to enter the negative plane, you're going to have to find a way to breathe while you're in there.
Cool, that was helpful.
Yes.
20 ounces
Secondly,
to breathe with no air.
That's first song, and then we all get cast a spell of.
That's the Bardic Inspiration song.
Sorry, continue. They're a mess.
she's like,
Yeah.
should I
Yes.
go on?
Continue.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
go
Ignore that.
Number 2, there is no heat. It is basically infinitely cold in there. This is like not jacket weather. You will need a magical way to stay warm because otherwise you will die almost immediately. And I would venture a guess that if the negative
Is
plane
this
is
just
open,
outer space?
the area outside, I mean, the cold air just is going to have to be flooding out. So I imagine the space around this entrance is going to be pretty cold as well.
Okay.
So you might want to have, layers.
Layers.
Yeah, what did you bring for that by chance?
Well, I've spent the last month enchanting some armor that will heat itself, almost like a spacesuit. Something like maybe you use
Totally,
underwater,
obviously.
right?
Like that we just got a bunch of from the other plane.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about at the other plane.
In
I think-
theory, no.
I don't think those are spacesuits. Those are just like heavy armors.
Yeah, it's a different kind of plane.
But that doesn't mean you couldn't enchant it. I will say, if you haven't practiced using armor, it's really heavy and hard to wear. So I would be maybe pick something a little lighter weight.
Yeah. Okay. No air, no heat.
And number 3, there's no light in there.
Tight,
It's
tight,
not
tight.
just the absence of a light source. It is magically dark in there.
Okay.
And so light spells like, cantrips and stuff like that are torches cannot illuminate the area. So you need a way to see.
We got sunshine in a bottle.
I
Right?
don't know what that
We
is.
got a whole dome.
Do you pull out the potion bottle? Who
I
has
got
that?
a bucket full of
Yeah.
sunshine.
Me.
Oh, you have it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd you get that?
Don't ask questions.
From
I mean,
the sun
you know.
itself.
That probably could work. I don't know. Like, how powerful is it? Like, did
Oh.
you make it?
Take the lid off.
I think someone better than us made it.
If I,
Well, if they're better than you, then it might work.
Dang, dude, like, I know. I saw that coming.
More like Lermine.
Well, that actually can be really useful. So
Okay.
the other thing you need to know is that there are creatures on the other side. Like Professor Spade of Threes is not only intelligent, but seems to be not malevolent, which is good. But there are creatures speculated to be inside who can not only survive in these environments, but are bloodthirsty and incredibly powerful. They're called the Zeg Yi, and there's a good chance that we need to be prepared to fight them because I think they basically are just like shadow monsters that have no souls that just attack anything and unfortunately they're drawn to the warmth that we have to survive. So there's a thing there, right?
Okay.
So far, we can address one of these 4 things, yeah.
Well, the last thing is really the worst, which is it's speculated that the negative plane is filled with voids, like concentrated black holes called spheres of annihilation.
Oh,
and
good.
they basically... Good. Well,
We're actually looking for one of those.
okay. Well, you should know
Okay.
there is no defense against them. If you touch it, you basically get ripped apart down to molecular level.
Right.
If you get near it, it will begin to pull you
Gravity,
towards
yeah.
it. So I would just be very careful around it. Why would you need something of that magnitude?
We're trying to protect the whole campus. It's a long story.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you get one, I would love to study it.
Of
like,
course,
that
I
is
would.
one of the biggest, like, unexplored phenomena that the negative
Totally.
plane has to offer. No one There's no documentation that anyone has ever successfully been able to study these or
And
how
you've
they
been
stay.
Studying like the Rapax and Nanis a lot, right? Like at the beginning of the year.
Well, I know it is a magical item given to Bellatrix Witherbloom.
Yeah, but you told
you
me
think
what
that
it
has to-
functions, how it functions.
How does it function?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming it was ornamental because there was, and that's why I think the negative plane is real, because why else would Tanazir Quandrix have made something to control something that didn't exist?
Right. Connect the dots.
See, it has to work. It has to be there. But you should know, like, if you pull it out of the negative plane, it's going to start just sucking every life form, being, thing, light, heat towards it.
Not
So,
if we can control it.
well, you might be able to, I don't know, move it, but you can't stop it from doing what it's supposed to do. I don't even know if the gods can do that.
So what I'm hearing is, if we find one, which we hopefully will, we just move it close enough to the entrance that it's okay while we duck out, and then the moment we actually need it, we jump back in and get it.
Can we? How are we going to get the demigod titan near the negative plane?
Oh, well, we might not. We might, when the time comes, like, we might have to go in and just, like, leave a big scar of, boy, we take it.
I look. And this is not.
Oh,
This is not audible to
yeah,
me.
I've lost my ability, so I see. Oh, wow.
Does Lorraine know about the demigod titan?
No,
I
she's
feel like
about
you
to
just
find
went over
out.
it. Okay, we're good.
Oh, okay.
And hit your back real quick. We are gonna have to start like letting people know and building alliances somehow.
And you know, like getting people to hide,
Yes. And
getting out of the way.
All right.
right. But you're correct.
I mean, it's a great big tall guy. It's taller than trees.
Right. There's not going to be any.
I've been thinking.
not gonna be
Are y'all
secret
doing this
forever.
all psychically?
No.
No.
Okay.
This
No, it's
this
not.
this devolved
I've
into
been
real
thinking,
conversation.
guys, if it's up
I'd like to make eye contact with Delta.
Yes. This fucking guy.
We have no fucking idea what we're doing.
Delta nods. Delta. I think. Are we all getting a beer?
Yes, we all are.
Cheers.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem.
Yeah, I
we
guess
come
it's
in
not
here too
happening
often.
today
Yeah.
because we gotta
Yeah,
get
I asked Lorraine if she wants a drink.
oxygen tanks. What's
I mean,
she
if
think?
we're packing to go, then I should really go get ready.
Yeah.
But
Packing to go to
Should
where
we
you just
were-
told us we were gonna die the second we went into the negative plane if we weren't prepared.
That's
Well,
why
we-
we
well,
gotta
I
be
am
prepared.
prepared. Is that not why you're here?
Right. We are gonna
Yeah,
we're
so
gonna
we were
get
just
prepared.
wondering if like
Oh,
could
you have
enchant
no
I
something-
idea
gotta go
what
to the
you're doing.
oxygen
Yeah.
store.
We have no idea.
Okay. Well, for what it's worth, I got this necklace of adaptation from the Quandrix Expo. They're not super hard to find.
I have
And it
one.
lets you breathe in any environment. So that is one of the
Okay.
easier. There's also, I don't know if any of you can cast the air bubble spell, but that is also an option if you learn that.
Yeah, we actually just spontaneously
one of
came
those.
into
Would
a
you
bit
look
of
at that?
wealth.
You do.
I
Right.
do.
That's pretty good timing.
I try not to
thought I was
smile too
gonna-
hard when you bought it. I was like, this might come in handy.
I thought I was gonna invest some
So,
of this
air bubble,
600 gold, but I guess
artificers,
not.
artificers,
Like
druids,
20,000
rangers,
pirate ship.
arcane trickster, rogues, sorcerers, and wizards can all learn the air bubble spell, just so you know. You could also pay someone to and maybe enchant something that could help you.
Okay. Well, I can.
Do we have any gillyweed around? Or could Fanny turn into a shark?
You, that would not help you on this particular.
She does
But
not get the
gillyweed
joke.
is available on Witherbloom campus. I'm not kidding. If you want,
I
you
did
could-
not put my name into the negative plane.
Delta has the necklace that can make her breathe. So Delta's got the breathing under control.
For you.
I'm gonna have to buy a necklace of adaptation.
Yeah, I'll go
Well,
buy
then
necklace
don't
was a
let
good
us
idea,
hold you
Lorraine.
up. Go
What-
right
what
on
else
ahead,
did you
Delta.
Go steal it.
Yeah, bye.
No, I will obviously freeze to death because I'm cold.
Well,
But I
yeah.
do have the bottle of sun for light.
Are there any
So, Lorraine, how
enchanters?
could we get some heat?
Yeah. That's the next.
The
I
armor
mean-
thing?
Yes, I mean, there's many ways that you could do that. I would say the armor has taken me quite a bit of time, but it is basically I can have it on all the time. It doesn't expend itself. If you want something that is just one supercharge to give you 10 minutes or whatever, I'm sure Quandrix Campus could throw something together for you fairly quickly. I intend to spend a little bit more time in the negative plane once we discover its whereabouts and actually thoroughly study it. So I needed something more thorough.
Yeah, I guess we need to go to Quandrix.
Do we have enough money to cover the things that we need?
Nobody
We are
cares.
flush with cash.
Who would I tell?
I know. Fair.
Because I was
They
going to
just
say if
have
we
a
don't have
chihuahua.
enough money, we could ask Bracken's parents to give us an advance on the reward that we're going to receive.
Did they even
Delta
put
knows
out
the
a
queen.
I think
I
we
do.
are pretty wealthy as college
Okay.
students right now.
Is
Well, we
the
also just came into a bunch of cash, didn't we?
Yeah,
From
like
the pirates.
like 20,000.
Wait a
No,
second.
like,
Is there
was it
like
just
a
20,000?
vehicle that we could potentially travel in?
What'd you say?
A vehicle.
Like a little
Like a
submarine
spaceship.
type of vibe? Little spaceshipy? Maybe it's got some weapons even, so we can shoot these whatever things are going to absolutely murk us when we show up?
I was concerned about the Ziggy.
Something
that-
like a Nautilus.
The Millennium Falcon.
I really want to give y'all a hint that could be usable for that, but I want to see if I remember first.
Probably the.
What's the largest thing you could cast an air bubble on?
Me?
Oh, I don't know that spell super well.
Aren't you the air bubble lady?
It's a creature.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, but creature is the most universal term for a living
Okay,
being,
so
which
we
is
need
great.
like a gale.
Create
the
a spectral
snail
globe around the head of a
situation.
willing creature you can see within range. The globe is filled with fresh air that lasts for 24 hours.
The carriages? Could we take one of those to the negative plane?
You'd have to fortify it. I mean, if you
Lorraine,
just,
do
if
you know
just
if
want it
we-
for transport, yeah, but you'd have to get it to the top of the mountain.
Lorraine, do we like walk in the negative plane? Do we fly? Are we floating? Like, what's the...
I mean, I don't know. I assume there's solid ground on the other side, but that brings up an excellent point. No one really knows. Is it just
something
like
she's
a
not
mirror
prepared
dimension?
for.
Like, I don't know.
Guys, what is
Okay.
this submarine that Jimmy knows about that we don't?
It's
I have no
called an
idea.
air bubble spell?
Yeah.
I don't have it.
It's part of the spell jammer, so you might not have it on the app, but it's on the spell app if you want to see it. There, no, all I was saying, because I have not considered this option, but I love it. The Auric in the ethereal plane were building basically a tank to get into the to the Conjurat Hall, which they did not end up having to use when Flint brought
But
the
the-
compass back.
Let's Indigo get it!
When
Couldn't
that
y'all
time-
just ask to Indigo borrow it?
You could maybe.
I don't know if you remembered when we were hanging out this morning with Shinusu, but we literally just killed a member of the org last time we were there, and his dead body was found since we were there.
But like, is the Auric mad at you about
I don't
it?
know. I
Go
just
with
don't
that,
know if like, hey, sorry,
Cool.
in memoriam,
But-
Flint. Anyways, what's that tank up to?
But there's something that they want on the negative plane, right?
We could trade them
I
Bracken.
don't know that actually.
I actually have no clue.
Did I make that up? Okay.
Yes,
I was just
you
going
made
to say,
that
why
up.
don't we
Did
try
I?
to enter a mutually beneficial situation with the Auric?
Yeah.
Like, give them Bracken in exchange.
Give him Bracken in exchange.
Wow.
I mean,
Can we give them like $500 to like rent it?
I feel like it's worth trying.
Yeah, I mean, what's
Is
the worst
it?
thing
You
they're
don't
gonna
know
do? Kill
that they're
me?
mad at you. You got a cloak.
And also, if it comes down to it, and they say like, "Why is he dead?" Like, man, I don't know. He got possessed and attacked me. What are they gonna
yeah.
do? Like,
I don't know. We
right,
found
but why
him.
are they going to give
Yeah.
us this tank? Like, how am I...
That's what I'm saying is what you need to come up with. I don't know what the Auric wants and needs, but you guys do. Is there something that we could enter into a mutually beneficial situation with them? Maybe not even if they need something from the negative plane, but is there something that we can leverage to make them
oh yeah.
let us borrow this?
Like gold
Kill
money.
Nazi.
It depends on who we have to convince to give us the tank. preferably the dumber person there, we could probably dupe him. But if like Jordy's there, he's probably
Yeah.
too quick a wit for him to just.
Jordy's there, just kill him.
Okay, so are you guys gonna like send a Teams invite, or how are you gonna do that?
Probably just walk through a bridge wall again. I'm getting pretty good at that.
Do it.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So, well, let me, just for the sake of reminding, because while this happened days ago, we talked about it months ago. There was a very sheepish half-orc woman that was the mechanic on this, that was doing all of the work.
Right.
She seems to be the one that was crafting this thing in the ethereal plane. She's the one who you initially spotted and got really suspicious of at your Prismari trial, right?
That's right.
Where
Guys?
So is she a
What?
Quandrix student? If she's a mechanic?
To date, none of y'all have spoken to her or learned her name.
Oh, fair.
We have a lot of money. We could probably pretty easily
That's what I
bribe a
said.
mechanic.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at deception and persuasion, guys.
Or we could not be assholes and we could literally just pay her.
That's also fine.
I could try
I mean,
to
we
ask
have-
if she would like to go on a date.
Okay, let's go talk to this lady. How about
All right, me-
we'll go talk to this lady, and you guys go get the necklaces from Quandrix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do still want a necklace of adaptation.
I think that's just good.
To
Where
have.
the
all
hell,
of
what's
us.
a good way to fight the Zaggy?
Assuming the same thing, assuming you fight everyone else, but I would be prepared for them to have quite a bit of immunity and resistance. I mean, they live in a
In the
basically
dark.
0 degree,
But like firebolt?
right?
What's
Things
it?
with
I mean,
light,
fire, light,
heat.
I don't know. Everything's speculative at this point. But
I'll go
I mean,
back
I
to
don't know
Ollie
the
and see if he
physics of
worked
the
on that
negative
little
plane,
light thing
but
I never
no
went back
air.
and got.
No fire.
oh, remind me about that.
I was gonna get a light thing before we went to the vampires, and then I forgot to grab. I asked him to make
Yes,
and I
it
forgot
was
to
like a
grab it.
flashbang, right? It
Yeah.
was like a little grenade.
I don't know
Yeah,
what you were
he
thinking,
did.
but-
It was like
Yeah.
a one-off of sunlight or something,
Yeah,
right?
just
Yeah.
in case we get separated, it'd be good to have more than one light source, right?
All right.
But it was like one big bang. It didn't have sustained light, is what
Yeah.
he was able to do for you quickly.
But if we're getting
But this tank has
overwhelmed,
guns, right?
careful.
What'd you say?
What'd you say?
It kind of
This
felt,
tank has guns?
Yeah, we're gonna make
I
sure it
think
does.
I think I'm the gun of the tank. I think it's more of just like a high defense battering ram vehicle to prevent you from getting hit well inside it.
We can put some cannons on it.
Okay, then that's perfect. We can just mow through people and go get Bracken and zip right on back out.
Yep.
With the Spear of Annihilation.
Meaning
All right.
they're just
Hey, don't
class
forget
hands.
your Ray Pax and Annis,
like,
okay?
ethereal plane on 3. All right.
Are
Do
you
we need to
attuned
like
it?
wish for something that can contain this
Spear of
orb of annihilation?
Oh, I was like, why don't we just?
I thought
wish-
that's what your necklace does.
Why don't we just wish Bracken
okay.
back and not go?
Wait, yeah, can we do that? Wait, pause.
Wish for a container that would hold a Saphira of Annihilation.
But isn't that what her necklace does?
No, it just
No.
controls it. She could just mentally move it.
Could we get a necklace that holds a sphere of annihilation like Orion's belt?
Ooh. Men in Black.
I don't even see color.
Yeah, we need to start using these wish spells.
I'm gonna pray to Yemi and see what sort of guidance I can get on how these wish spells can be used and how much we're allowed to break this game.
You get a wish for it then. You can. I'm pretty sure you
We
can
know
look
where
up what they
snarls
can
are.
do.
So start with the actual language of the wish spell itself, which I would be happy to review with you. Because I am willing to do things outside this, but this would be a good place to start. The basics of the spell is to duplicate any other spell of 8th level or lower. You don't need to meet any requirements of the spell, including costly components. The spell simply takes effect. Alternatively, you can create one of the following effects of your choice. First, you could create one object of up to 25,000 gold pieces in value that isn't a magic item. The object can be no more than 300 feet in any dimension, and it appears in an unoccupied space you can see on the ground. 2, you allow up to 20 creatures that you can see to regain all of their hit points, and you end all effects on them described in the Greater Restoration spell. 3, you could grant up to 10 creatures that you can see resistance to a damage type you choose. 4, you could grant up to 10 creatures you can see immunity to a single spell or other magical effect for 8 hours. For instance, you could make yourself and all your companions immune to a Lich's life drain attack. 5, you could undo a single recent event by forcing a reroll of any roll made within the last round, including your last turn. Reality reshapes itself to accommodate the new result. For example, a wish spell could undo an opponent's successful save, a foe's critical hit, or a friend's failed save. You can force the reroll to be made with advantage or disadvantage, and you can choose whether to use the reroll or the original one. You might be able to achieve something beyond the scope of the above examples. State your wish to the DM as precisely as possible. The DM has great latitude in ruling what occurs in such an instance. The greater the wish, the greater the likelihood that something goes wrong. The spell might simply fail, the effect you desire might only be partially achieved, or you might suffer some unforeseen consequence as a result of how you worded the wish. For example, wishing that a villain were dead might propel you forward in time to a period when that villain is no longer alive, effectively removing you from the game. Similarly, wishing for a legendary magic item or artifact might instantly transport you to the presence of the item's current owner. The stress of casting this spell to produce any effect other than duplicating another spell weakens you. After enduring that stress, each time you cast the spell until you finish a long rest, you take 1d10 necrotic damage, blah, blah, blah. It goes into mechanics here. So that's Wish.
And we have to be at a snarl to make a wish.
Correct.
How much gold do you think a tank costs?
Probably just to rent it for one time, like 100.
No, I mean to like create it, because we can wish for an object up to 25,000 gold.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go get the one that already exists?
I don't know.
Gonna do what we
I'm
want.
just thinking out loud.
We could wish that we are all resistant to cold damage.
That only cuts it in half.
Yeah.
We would want immunity.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
How
That's a
much
good
do you
idea.
think a container to hold that Spear of Annihilation would cost?
Definitely less than 25,000 gold.
Well, that would also fall under the category of magic items.
So yeah, it could take us somewhere that exists, but then that might be its own can of worms.
No, we'd be very specific about that not happening.
I would like to find a container that can hold a sphere of annihilation in a room of only sleeping people.
No, you say, I wish for a spear that can hold the thing of annihilation within this plane, within this current time, within my pocket right now. It's not too big. Like, you add all the stipulations. You don't leave anything to Jimmy's interpretation.
Well, the best thing
55
about
burgers, 55 shakes, 55 fries.
the best thing about being Yimmy is in the sky. He could just be like, "Your spell doesn't
No.
work."
And now you have no wish.
Okay,
I don't
outside
think
of
I
this,
don't think you can
wishing.
lawyer code the wish spell.
outside
like
of
the
this,
idea
one of the
of
funniest
wishing
things
for
that Jimmy has ever done is when I was really convinced that something was a type of cat and I was him, and I was going to be like, you're a cat, I'm a cat, we're friends. And he let me do this whole build up and roll and do all this stuff. And then he was just like, they're not cats.
Yeah. That was great. Not okay.
I think wishing for a ship would save us a lot of time and hit points and bad interactions, potentially.
Fine, we should vote. I say we save the wish spell and try using our
We
people
got
charts.
6! 5!
I know.
6 wish spells, right?
I know.
Yeah,
Has anyone used one yet?
6.
No,
Oh.
I'm might not work, but I'm still holding up and hope that I will be able to convincingly get my body back. We'll see, because that falls very
I did
broadly.
just think of that, and I thought, oh, maybe we could get Seth back.
Yeah.
I will throw this out there. With very little effort, you were able to conclude that a environmentally controlled battle tank that can move over, kind of multi-terrain, that could have a few weapons associated with it, would be less than 25,000 gold pieces.
I say we do it.
Would it fall under magical items though?
No, but you could add some
10
magical
seconds ago,
items
you were like,
to it.
I have
So
great
you could just
persuasion. I have great
the-
deception. Let me talk to her. Let me at him. I'm going to roll so high. I've got
Right.
this. And now you're like, ooh, great idea. We should wish that.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know it's an option. It may not be the best option.
I think go try and talk to the lady.
Okay, fine.
That's what we keep saying.
Let's
Okay, go.
try, and if it goes south, then we back out, and that's fine.
Yes.
Are we all allowed to go?
And by that, I mean
No.
Brian, Garrett can tackle that.
But we've got our little message thing, so we'll be nearby in case
Yeah.
y'all get in a fight.
What message thing?
Your SOS bracelets.
Yeah,
right?
we got the SOS bracelets. We got those.
All right.
Yeah, the life alert button.
Beep boop.
Okay.
All right. So,
All right.
So, hold on.
who's
You guys
going
get
and
me
where
the
are you going?
necklaces.
Are the
I
three
can
of
go get
us
the
going?
necklaces.
Oh, we just have to go get the tank?
Yes.
I think we're gonna go. So the plan is, instead of burning a wish spell,
Okay.
the tank is under 25,000, so could get it and add magical items onto it.
Okay.
But I think we're gonna try and go talk to the mechanic, and if things aren't looking great, we do a little pull out,
Pull out game strong.
and then we can just do a wish.
A wish spell.
Or
Okay.
if it's over, if she wants more than 25,000.
I don't think we're gonna.
Are you trying to buy it or rent it?
Yeah, I don't think we bring up any currency
She just
transactions.
wants, so we're just gonna borrow.
We're
No,
just
I
like,
think
hey,
the
we
best
wanna
idea
borrow
is
it.
to ask, be like, hey, this thing hasn't seen any action in the field yet.
Yes.
Let's go stress
it
test
out.
it in the negative plane, because if it can survive there, it can survive anywhere, baby.
Obviously, don't tell her
Don't
where
tell her
you're
about the
taking
negative
it.
plane.
Well, she doesn't believe it because no one thinks it's a real place.
Okay.
Just say stress test it. Like hop it through a few different
Yeah.
planes. A
Come
few
and
different.
find us in the negative plane.
How
If you
much
haven't
do I
prepared,
get?
Yeah, well,
then you'll
tell her we're
die.
doing like the Prismari planes and like I'm taking it to like all those
100
different portals in Prismari.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys each want to Venmo me 100 gold so I can go get these necklaces of adaptation?
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Okay, so
You
that's
got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 500 gold.
Nope, I already
I
got
just
one.
I just
I
salt
already
bay
have one.
coins.
And you
out
got
of my
one for
pocket.
cheap because you bought it on special day. So,
So 4.
Alright.
We need 4.
5.
5. Okay.
Okay.
Do
I'll
that.
go buy that.
Looking like a
Okay.
bunch of boneheads right now.
I know.
okay, you can add that to your inventory if you all would like.
What's it called? An amulet of.
Necklace of adaptation.
Does it require a freaking attunement?
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
That's not what I want to hear.
I thought I did.
No, I don't think it does.
Oh, okay.
I'm just hoping.
I should have made that happen.
I thought I had it.
It does require attunement.
Yeah.
Great. Can we attune to more things?
No.
Where do you
No, you have
figure
to
out-
unattune something if your slots are full.
Now, artificers can.
Yeah.
Is that
You
me?
can start to attune to more things. Can you
Yes.
get 4 yet?
Yes, that was my last level, so this is quite convenient.
Nice for you.
Nice for me.
You got this, buddy. Good luck.
Do you going by yourself, or
No.
are all or
No, no, no. The three of us are going.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I just hoping.
Delta once
Wait,
again
am I
is
go-
like,
I'll come. That's fine.
but yeah, let's.
That or I could toss the cloak back to you in case things go real south. Oh,
Nah,
no, it's
I-
fine. It's fine. I'll just be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we go to the Oric headquarters to try to talk to what's her name,
okay.
which we will learn her name, I guess.
So you go to Prismari campus. You jump the bridge, shimmy across under the bridge, do the little walk around. The oozes are still flying all over the place, kind of protecting Conjurat Hall. But as you go, a couple of things. The body of Flint is gone. It is not where you left him dead. The tent is still there, but it is obvious no one... it doesn't appear that anyone has been here for a while. I will say, though, given your passive perception, you do see what appears to be one set of footprints kind of coming in and going out, kind of making this trail in the sand. And you do see a little light source inside the tent.
I just peek my head in there.
Okay.
What you doing?
As you look through, everything that was once kind of set up in here as a kind of a meeting space has pretty much been abandoned. However, in the back part of the tent, you do hear some kind of clink, 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 screw, 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 and a couple of light sources around.
I say, hello?
You
Hello?
You hear a crash of tools as you start. What? Who's there? Who is it?
Hey, it's Delta.
Garrett,
Back
McGruber, Delta. Who's back there?
It's you guys. Here, you know what? I can do us one better. Let me, for kicks, I can throw her up there because I think it's been a while since y'all have seen her.
I remember her.
I do not.
I don't either.
Once you've seen one orc,
Okay.
you've seen them all.
There we go.
Yeah, right.
I keep my character master.
Oh,
page.
this one.
This one, yeah.
What's up, gal?
Oh, hey. I thought I didn't think we were using this spot anymore. Is there something wrong?
No, you're
No,
the exact person we were hoping to see.
Me?
Yeah.
Why me?
You're the one who built the beautiful tank.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Did you
but-
name it after yourself? Because you should.
Oh, we're going for flattery. Okay.
No. I mean, it's stupid. You know,
I mean, as an artificer, that's good work.
well, and you
He
look,
knows his
and
stuff.
as the curtain kind of gets blown away, she very humbly points to it. This thing is beautiful. It's kind of a rust red, kind of a cylinder body, arms and legs. It's got these two scorpion pincers kind of folded in on the front. It's got some windows. It is a tank. It's got a rear hatch, and it's huge. It could easily fit 10 people on the inside. And you see her. You get the immediate sense as an artificer, she's tinkering. It's perfect. Like, what she's doing is just like the most unnecessary tune-ups.
Yeah.
It also is impeccably clean. This thing has never been road
She's
tested.
just polishing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, it's a shame we didn't get to use it for the mission the other day.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I've worked on this for like a year. But I guess it's fine. It's fine. I guess that we accomplished the mission, right? And that was the whole
yeah.
point. And
But
you
you'd like to know what this thing could do, right? Like,
this thing can do a lot.
and could you run us through, you know?
Oh my God, yes. So you see, she starts to go through like, thank you for asking, kind of that attitude. You know, you got to get the sense that nobody's really giving her the time of day. She's just better with her hands than with her kind of persona. But she begins to tell you about, you know, these printer arms. She tours you inside, and there's basically stations, and each station has access to a various number of controls that do various things for the thing itself. So you have things that make it go forward, go backward, open the windows, close the windows, the back hatch, deploy the arms, all that kind of stuff. You see she's installed some turrets, so you could either fire arrows or something more fiery arm through them in a way that's there. But all of that can close. She tells you this is, once you get in here, it vacuum seals. And so you have a supply of fresh air, body, like you could live in here. And it'd be really hard for anything. I mean, it is plated with armor, which is what, you know, he wanted, because we had to make it through this just army of enemies. And so, you know, she said you could pick things off, you could fire up, but there's all sorts of ideas. I think you could add a ballistic. Like she just goes on and on and on and on.
Just looking up the item that I deleted by
Oh, that you wanted? Okay.
No, that I deleted by accident.
If you want to look up the item, it's called an apparatus of Qualish, Kwalish. It's in your it's in inventory. If you just want to read it, don't add it to your inventory.
Yeah.
But you can see all the things that it does. It would require probably a group of you to pilot it if you wanted, but it has like 6 legs plus the pinchers, so it could really move over a lot of terrain. It could climb. It can't fly, but it could go underwater and like act as kind of a submarine of sorts.
Qualish?
Kwalish.
Nice.
What did you delete?
My instrument, because it's
Oh,
not
the
really...
When you say that it would take a group of us to pilot it, I just think about the KFC flight simulator from Community.
Yes, yes, 100%. They're like joystick controls in each of the captain's chairs.
But it doesn't fly?
I mean, that would be my next vision. I mean, getting it some rocket power. The problem is we're kind of out of money, and that kind of stuff you really have to work hard for. So, but I think if you gave me another 6 months, I could definitely make this thing fly.
Well, the 3 of us, I mean, Garrett had this kooky idea being from Prismari. Garrett, you want to tell her what we were thinking?
Yeah, I mean, we were just wanting to see if this needed to be like road tested, because like I can take it to a bunch of different planes of existence at Prismari and really like kind of put it through the ringer to see, and then like obviously report back and say, hey, this needs to be worked on, and this could use a little bit of extra work. What do you think?
You all came here to look for me?
Yeah.
Is this what you wanted to talk to me about?
It's kind of your thing.
So you want to borrow the Betsy? I mean,
Betsy?
God, that would be the machine, the tank.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
of course it's Betsy.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of disappointed that it didn't really like have any chance to like get into any action. We just thought we could like help you out a little bit.
Yeah, like you said, it needs a crew.
I mean, don't you? I just don't know. Maybe I should ask. The Auric leaders. Like, I mean, this is their thing. They commissioned it. Like, I don't want them to come looking for it and it be gone.
We can have it back before the next mission. I mean, have you even heard?
Oh yeah,
about the next mission? We haven't.
No, I mean, other than
we have class. Like, we can't just like disappear.
Well, I mean, we were all at the meeting the other night. I mean, there's clearly a plan in place.
I mean, it's not like you're giving it to someone outside the Auric. Like, we're all on the same team here.
I know.
Friends forever.
You would give it. You'd get it
we
back.
did just come into some wells, so if we do damage it, worst case scenario, we could like help. I could help my spare time, but I think it'll be fine. Like, look how this thing could survive the end of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want it to go on a mission and not be able to be successful, right? Like, we need to know that this thing is going to work properly for when the Auric needs it.
I mean, that's a really good point. I mean, yeah.
I mean, imagine how pissed Jordy will be if this tank goes into the mission and fails.
Yeah, like a less critical.
Right, when it doesn't really matter, and then we can tell,
like we still have our cloaks, like worst case, like we'll be fine,
Yeah.
Lady.
Okay, I mean, no, that's a really good idea. Like, so, but just don't keep, like, could you have it back to tomorrow? Or, like, I just don't think it should be gone very long. Like,
correct, yeah.
Totally.
No, we're on the same page.
Well, all right, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Do you want to take it now? Though? Like,
I mean, come back and, I guess, get it. But
24 persuasion.
Beautiful. Yeah. She says okay. She agrees. And so she begins to teach you how to run the controls and says, when you come get it, her big concern is don't just take it don't take it to the hells if you could possibly let's road test it on something a little
sure.
But
we'll incrementally
work our way up to that,
hedge our
right?
bets,
And take really good notes because I really want to know how we can make this better. This needs to be perfect.
Yeah, Betsy's beautiful. Good job.
Totally, yeah.
Girl.
You see the kind of blush on her cheeks, and she's like, oh shit. Okay, so when you're ready, you can go retrieve.
Are there plans or anything in this room?
No, plans for what?
Well, okay, this is me while they were
We're,
talking.
investigating.
Yeah, are there papers around the room? I just want to know her name without asking her name. So would she have written it down anywhere in her workspace?
Does she label
make
her
an investigation check.
Does she label her tools?
I will say the stuff you find in here was
He's never met us.
It was very specific to the mission to get to invade the
Correct.
Conqueror.
A singular headquarters.
Right. It's not. There's not auric paraphernalia or propaganda there.
8. So.
No, there is. Her name is not written anywhere.
Does she know our names? She's never met us either.
You've been on
So
the news.
we could just introduce ourselves.
You could.
I think we probably would have led with that if we were going to come borrow her tank.
By the way, my name's Gareth.
Yeah, that happened off screen. That was
By the way, my name's Garrett, hard T at the end.
Garrett Hard T. That seems appropriate for a halfling. Okay.
Yep, Garrett Hard T.
Yeah.
I get it. It's what are we talking about? Garrett Harty. I'm Delta Long A.
I'm just McGruber. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm Kriega. Yeah, so if you...
Kriega.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, we
Kriega.
see you a bunch, but I don't think we've... Yeah, it's great to meet you.
This whole secret thing, I didn't know about names,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might need to use this wish spell to remake this tank that we're probably going to go destroy.
He doesn't say that.
No,
out loud.
we're just gonna Men in Black.
Obviously not.
We're just gonna Men in Black memory wipe that awkward name exchange we just did. You don't remember that?
Got it. Fine.
Okay. We are borrowing Kriega's tank.
Does
Betsy.
anyone have any extra attunement spots? I just realized I have this gem of brightness.
I do.
It has 50 charges. You can cause it to shed a bright light,
Seems pretty important in our soon to immediate future.
a brilliant beam of light that can blind a creature, or
Did you have this for the
Blind
vampire
creature.
fight?
I got it last May.
You did. You grabbed it out of the eyeball in the Witherbloom trial. This was like session 11.
How do you know when you got it?
I searched it in the document.
Oh.
Also, guys, I got my Dagger of Shadows, which feels pretty appropriate if we're fighting shadow monsters.
Borrow it?
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah,
I'd love
okay.
to attune to it.
You don't have to attune to a gem of brightness.
Oh, never mind.
I think we need to be
Fine.
team.
Okay,
Don't
okay.
even get out of the tank, though.
Well, right, but Jimmy's
best
not
case
going to let us.
scenario, yeah.
Jimmy and
Just
this
have
guy's
50
not going to let us
charges,
not
though,
fight. these
Joke's on you. Yumi in the Sky didn't think about us taking a vehicle.
Well, he did now because this fight definitely happening right now.
Is it?
Yeah, I would.
I'm a little hesitant just to go in a vehicle and what if it breaks down?
Yeah. Well, that's
or
why we got the
crashes?
necklaces, right?
But it's cold, it's dark, it's creatured.
We should have.
It's
we
great.
should have
We need to have a backup
suits,
plan.
something
yeah.
in case it breaks down while we're in there. And someone's got to go out and repair it, right?
Yeah.
At least one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
need-
mean,
Let's
there
get
is
started, girl.
one person who has a suit who could fix the thing and is kind of expendable.
Lorraine
Listen,
or Lorraine.
If she was pretty mean earlier.
What about your little tinker thing?
Yeah. Piper?
Piper.
Yeah, Piper doesn't breathe. I don't know how the cold will affect her, because, like...
Fair.
Can you put her in a freezer real fast just to see?
I think that's a little bit different than the absence of heat.
Yeah, but like you would know. Maybe.
You can make
Wait,
an
is this-
Arcana roll.
Yeah, maybe like her movement would be halved. I don't
I
know.
don't know. Yeah.
Does this bottle of sunshine
yeah.
also produce warmth and heat?
No, it's just light.
Just light.
Crack it open.
But it is actual sunlight.
Right.
As opposed to
Right,
the general brightness.
as opposed to just a light source. That's what makes it more powerful. And
That's what I'm saying,
That
like,
was going
the
to take
sunlight-
Ollie more time because just creating light wouldn't have affected the vampires. It had to be sunlight of some kind.
Oh, yeah. So we
Or
do
I
have
could
what's
have
this
used
thing
that,
from
is what you're
Ollie?
saying, during-
Well, you did. I mean, you dispelled the darkness in the room it was in,
Okay,
right?
that's strategy.
I got a dirty 20 on my Arcana check for Piper's ability to just be a thing.
Constructs are not hampered by temperature
Okay.
at all. Now, if it was frozen in ice, that would be something different. But just the temperature itself, it
No,
would
okay.
have no difference.
So yeah, like backup plan, Piper could break us out of jail. Or like use her body as like a shield for like a loss of vacuum or something.
Can we go to
Like,
Ollie?
Like an airplane,
like a
the
literal
little-
R2-D2 on the
I
station.
still would like that we have some kind of skin.
Yeah, let's go buy that. Can we buy it, or just we gotta?
I mean, surely
Make
there's
it.
got to be like an enchanter.
It need to be constructed. It depends on what you want and how elaborate you want it. Do you want something that forever could keep you warm, or do you want something that could do it temporarily?
For like
Well, I feel like
a
temporarily
day.
Yeah.
it'd be like something we like, you know, break the glass if the ship destroys, then you like activate it. And
Yeah, it doesn't activate till you like break it in half and shit.
Yeah, like a glow
We
stick,
might
yeah.
even be able to get scrolls that I don't know what this enchantment is, to be honest. This seems very specific to this mission, but like how quickly do we want it, right? Because if we want something that would just last for like 10-15 minutes, we could probably get that done relatively quickly over the next few days.
That's a scroll of pedigree.
It's like
Nothing.
Your
really got us
passport?
looking in our inventory today, Jimmy.
saying this is I'm of noble birth.
Well, that's not gonna do anything. Do we think the wealthy would?
I'm just
Queen Lazuli?
I'm just wondering how are we getting in and out of the negative plane?
You gotta go through Witherbloom.
I've seen like with the tank.
But one Don't worry
Yeah,
about
can
the
we
tank.
just
We'll figure
roll
out
through
the tank.
Strixhaven in a tank and be like, hey
What level
guys,
spells can you cast?
I think
Are you still at 3 or can you do 4 yet?
I'm able to do 4.
At level 10? Or does
I
that come
don't
at
think-
11?
I don't think I can do 4, honestly. I'll check.
Man, I just.
And what level spells can you use?
Ooh,
Level 2 spells? Because you're Arcane Trickster, right?
half elf rogue. I don't know.
Oh, that's not where I want to be. I want to be in
Yeah, arcane trickster.
Well, there is a spell that Artificers, Arcane Tricksters, Wizards, and Eldritch Knights can cast.
I can only do 3rd.
It's a 4th level spell called Adaluk's Resilient Sphere. If you had a friend that was a wizard, a sphere of shimmering force encloses a creature or object of larger or smaller. An unwilling creature makes a dex save. Nothing, not even not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through the barrier in or out, though a creature in the sphere can breathe there. The sphere is immune to all damage, and the creature or object inside cannot be damaged by attacks or effects originating from outside. Nor can a creature inside the sphere damage anything outside it. The sphere is weightless and just large enough to contain the creature or object inside. An enclosed creature can use its action to push against the sphere's walls and thus roll the sphere at up to half the creature's speed.
So we get gerbil ball.
Gerbil ball.
Okay.
So we know the wizards that are wizards. We know.
We gotta have,
Anybody at campus, yeah.
well, who would we be bringing with? They'd have to be with us.
No, they could put it on a spell scroll.
Oh.
What's
Which-
Lorene's deal? What's her class?
She is a wizard.
She is a wizard.
No way Lorene is as high as level as us. She's been in the library this whole semester.
You don't know where she started.
She hasn't been getting XP at all. Lorene's milestone was getting rejected by Indigo.
I say, yeah. let's get a couple. Let's get suits, or at least the emergency balls.
Yeah, same.
Gotta have a stash
I mean,
of those.
as an RF, I'm pretty attached to the idea of a spacesuit.
Okay. You can get one of those. I say everybody get you a suit.
We could all
In the
become
method
like
that you need.
Gundam mecha warriors.
Can we do this over the next 3 or 4 days? Just declare that that's what we're doing.
If you're going to spend that much time doing it, you will not have time to retrieve all of that before the Witherbloom hunt. You would have to postpone this to after the Witherbloom hunt.
Bracken, we're trying.
You're muted. Probably best. I can read it.
You know what I
Probably.
said.
Just fill in the blanks.
Can you send Bracken a sending message that's like, dude, we were so close.
I don't think. God damn it, Brian, stop down.
That's not me. Oh, you're under my name. That's why.
Identity theft is not a joke, Michael.
I didn't realize you're under my name. That wasn't me.
Hilarious either way.
Or we could just go into the negative feeling super unprepared, you know?
No.
I mean, how long is it going to take to get these suits? Where do we need to go? Who do we need to pay?
I mean, we didn't even have suits for the astral plane.
This is a lot different, it sounds like.
Okay.
One thing that could potentially be faster that Lorene would tell you about is a cube of force, which is a rare item. You wouldn't have time to make it, but there could potentially be some on campus. You would have to find someone more of a gossip to figure out if there was on campus, but a cube of force would have features that would protect you kind of walking through all of this stuff.
But that's still a singular item, and I think the party wants everybody to have a suit.
Fair enough.
So,
If you want enchanted suits like Lorene's takes a month to make. If you want something that can
What about
last
expedited
10
shipping?
minutes,
Yeah.
you can get it in a week. If you want something that lasts a single minute, you can do it in 2 days, 3 days.
I'm
3
10
days.
minute. I'm a 10-minute gal.
I don't think one or 2 minute would work, right?
How long
I don't
does
think
scrolls
so.
take?
They call me MacGruber the Minute
I mean, you're on a
Man,
magical
so-
campus. Chances are a 4th level spell you could find.
10 seconds, MacGruber.
I say,
That's what they call you.
well,
Shots fired.
if our goal is to get him before this event, then our options truly are just getting scrolls of the hamster balls.
I think we need to because I don't trust how long the window of opportunity for the ship will be open.
Right.
Okay.
So
We kind of already told her we were going to use it.
yeah. So that's
Mr. Ball Scrolls it is.
I think that's our option, guys.
Sounds good.
And that would protect us from the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Now, only
4.
2 of you can cast that spell currently. Lorene also could as well. Hers would be the easiest because she can cast that level spell right now. You 2 could do it, but you'd have to make an Arcana check because it's above what you can do. You get 4th level spells quicker than you do.
Okay.
So I think you get it at level 13. You get them at level 17.
I've never been that high before. I haven't
Is that
played
a
like
gamble
year.
then? That's
I've been here for forever.
I have 5th level spells. Why can't I do it?
Well, they're half casters, so
I
it's
think.
Yeah.
they're a little
Probably
different.
at half cast right now.
And he's a sorcerer. Okay. Well,
All right.
everybody be nice to Lorene because worst comes scenario, she has to bubble us all.
Guys, I've been on a lot.
So, here's what I'll tell you.
Pistachio ice cream.
If you want to go ask for a favor, then tell me who you want to talk to. If you want to just go to like the Biblioplex general store, 4th level spells are not cheap. I mean, it'll be a couple thousand gold, which is really cheap for a 4th level spell scroll. But you would have it.
Can we ask Lorraine?
I mean, we can, but I would not like to rely on that too much.
Yeah.
It is a car?
Yeah.
Oh,
Unknown entity in the name.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
okay, sorry.
They
I was
live
wondering.
next door, yeah.
I say let's just buy them.
Okay.
Okay.
How many do we
everyone
need?
buy them, or is it just those two that can buy them? Or we all buy them and you cast it?
They have to cast it.
How many people can you fit in a singular ball? What's the...
I would say you smaller individuals, multiple of you could probably fit in there. I'd say probably 2 adults. It says
two
a
fairies
large
and a Gaelic
creature
per
or
ball.
smaller.
Yeah.
So I'd say,
Really
if
trap
you
you
really
in there
wanted to
with that
trap
guy.
yourselves in there,
Okay.
Like
I'd say
30?
2 of you adults could, or adults, bigger people. Sorry, that was
You
the
guys aren't
totally wrong word.
adults.
I'm so tired.
So,
All 3 of the smaller species could.
and then we have 3
So like
regular
3
size.
total balls would be sufficient.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if they're a
fail the
couple
spell,
thousand
do we
gold
get another
each.
one?
Well, I think we just get
The
like
spell
one
doesn't fail.
scroll in case like I fail
Lorraine
an
can
Arcana
cast it with
check.
no. It's a spell scroll,
Or
so
I
it
guess
doesn't
we get
cost her
2
a
then.
slot to use that because she's a wizard.
Is she not just gonna want to do that if we're in danger?
I mean,
I
don't
mean,
know
she
if
doesn't have any
I don't know
reason
if she
for us
likes
to
us.
not survive.
Yeah, she has reason.
Like,
Like
she
to-
already
she-
has her own suit. Like,
Oh, but she only has one.
Yeah.
One suit.
So-
Okay, let's go buy a scroll then, I guess.
Okay.
I'm starting to worry. I wasn't worried, but now the more you guys talk, do we need to do some sort of mutually assured destruction with Lorene to make sure she doesn't fuck us over once we get there?
Is there such thing as like an NDA in this world?
I think she's so curious to go there that she'll be on our side for like just getting
I
her
don't-
into the negative
Can
plane.
we do like a personality
But I don't think
check?
that she has the capacity to care about us.
If the gal tries to cross me, we're in the negative plane. I feel like
Yeah,
they-
it's
they-
6
We have
on
a
1.
reputation.
But that's just what I'm saying is if for some reason we're out of the tank, I can see her running back, getting in, starting the car and going.
So
Like,
just-
The
she
tank
doesn't
needs a
have
crew. We
necessarily
learned that.
loyalty to us.
Indigo also rebuffed her advances, so
I know. I'm like, should I pretend to like her?
Yeah, but she wants this sphere to study it. Like,
Yeah.
Right,
Don't
but
teach
she
her how to
doesn't
fly
need
the-
us to
Don't
have
teach
the
her how to
sphere.
fly
You
the
know what I'm
very
saying?
much
Yeah,
does.
so we'll
Yeah,
just-
she has no idea how to do this.
Yeah.
You
don't
have
teach
the
her how
thing
to
that
fly
can
it.
control it.
And we're kind of gonna
But
fight
she can
these
rip it off of me and then
Zighaws or
she
whatever.
has it. Y'all are being real trusting.
She doesn't know that you have that.
She's gonna know the second that we start using it.
Well,
I don't think we have an
I
option.
agree. If she's problematic, we have to take her out. But I don't think that's Lorene's character.
Can we do a?
Can we just
Someone
tell her
perception
that she
check?
can study the sphere when we bring it back?
Perception check?
Yeah.
But we all have to be back. We need to have some sort of a stipulation that she can't kill us
Does
or
anyone
leave
have
us for
good
dead.
insight?
I don't think
I have
everyone's kind of as
fantastic
cutthroat as the Tat
Okay.
Pack is at this school.
And I mean, I know
Yeah,
you
she's-
can do it without
That's
feeling,
fine.
but
That's fine. Fucking foreshadowing. I can't
I'm
wait for
saying,
Jimmy to
no,
rewind to this
passive
part of the
insight's
recap.
If Lorene
now you're
can kill
giving
the
them
6
ideas.
of us, she deserves that. She earned it, fair and square.
you're welcome to ask if you want to. If you're picking up any. Do you wanna
Yes.
ask about it?
Well, I was going to once we get close. Obviously,
Once
she's
we
better
trap
at
her in the
moment.
tank.
Yeah.
I think one of us maybe just needs to stay back with her if things go weird.
Yeah, I don't think I'll.
Wait.
I mean, we don't even know what's going to happen when we're in there. We don't know if we're leaving the tank or we're
Right.
staying in the tank or
What if we
people
just
are
pick up
going here,
Bracken
people are
with the
going there.
little
Like, we have no
tank
idea.
and drive out?
That's what I'm hoping we can do. Just drive in, find him.
Definitely won't see any of these creatures.
I think we can do that in the next 19 minutes.
We're just
Like
gonna
a
take,
crystal.
We're gonna take the crystal with us, right? Is that the plan?
That's what I was imagining it, but I guess
Do
we'll
we
figure.
chisel him out at the end? What does that look like? This is fun. Does it just melt?
I'm a pretty
What's he
good
like
getter,
set in amber
so-
like a dinosaur DNA?
Yeah, do we know how to get him out?
We don't. We only. She had.
So
the
based
vision.
on what I saw that he was in, how would I
Yeah.
get him out?
I mean, you saw all of your senses were exclusively sight when you did it. So I don't know if you got a good enough. Make
It could be like
either
made of
a
glass and you
nature
just
or
poke
an
it and
arcana
check.
check.
But then he might die immediately because it's the negative plane, so we should probably keep him in the crystal.
Oh yeah, what do we do with him?
26 what? Arcana?
Like, do we need like an extra necklace to put on him?
You will be able to get him out. The hardest part was finding him, but you'll probably have to figure out how to break him out of whatever's in there.
Wouldn't that be funny if Jimmy was like, congratulations, you broke him out and now he's dead because you didn't have anything to sustain life?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be fair.
I mean, this tank definitely has like an
should we get
egress
another-
pressurized chamber.
I mean, somebody can stay in the tank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody can stay in the tank. We can throw him in one of these ball capsule things, these Pokeballs.
It'll be fine, but I will not hesitate, bitch, to off of Lorraine if she gets squirrely. I will not hesitate, bitch.
I can't wait for her to just be pleasant the whole time.
And that's fine. Maybe she will be.
She probably will not be. She doesn't have that skill set.
Well,
I
she's
just don't
gonna
think
be
she's gonna be
condescending
evil.
because she's smarter than us, but like that's fine.
And abrasive.
You're used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, Indigo, can't you just like flirt with her a little bit
Show her
and make her like us
Don't
again?
put her on. No,
We're
that will make it
friends.
worse.
Okay, but like, just make it seem like she still has a chance or something.
That's not really like.
I think that would make her even
My
madder.
charm is -3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. This is why there was
No
attraction.
wonder it
there.
went
It's
so
just
poorly.
Yeah, it was mutually lack of charisma that pulled them together.
Well, you have a -3 to charisma?
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I don't think I knew that this whole time.
I've been kind of acting it.
Yeah, you really have. It's
Chuck,
well
why
done.
are let's just do this, guys. We are like talking a lot.
We're ready.
Well, I mean, we only have
Focus
50
team.
minutes left, so
I
let's see
think
what
we
we
can
can
find
get
it in
into.
16 minutes for sure.
Oh, I'm sure we're not like getting in and getting out before the session, but it would be nice to be like.
Let's go.
In the tank.
We
Being
see the
pretty- We're
monster.
being pretty negative for not even being in the plane yet.
I'd be really impressed if you had a picture of inside the tank.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, if you want, I can show you the item itself. Let's see.
I want to hang a couple of dice from the mirror. From the rear
For
view
good
mirror.
luck.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna bring like a
Fuzzy.
really good mixtape to slam into this thing's CD player.
I'm 100%.
I need to know exactly what is on that mixtape. It kind of looks like that. Hold this up to
It's
Yeah.
the camera there. Can you see that
like
little?
a tank at the bottom of the car.
Yeah.
I'm 100% picturing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Oh,
Sounds right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let me, since we're not, we'll get kind of the ball rolling here, but let me tell you about this vehicle, all right? The item first appears to be a sealed iron barrel weighing 500 pounds. The barrel has a hidden catch. Releasing the catch unlocks the hatch at one end. 10 levers are set in a row at the far end. Each and I'm changing this a little bit. You have each have different controls. It's a large object with an armor class of 20, 200 hit points, a 30-foot walking speed, and 30-foot climbing speed. To be used as a vehicle, the apparatus requires one pilot. While the apparatus's hatch is closed, the compartment's airtight, watertight. The compartment holds enough air for 10 hours of breathing, divided by the number of breathing creatures inside.
Shoot.
It floats on water.
Bad math.
A creature in the compartment can take the utilize action to move as many as 2 of the apparatus's levers up or down. After each use, the lever goes back to its neutral position. There are 10 levers. 1 extends the legs. If it's up, so legs up and down. 2, the window shutters. 3, the side shutters. 4, extends the claws. 5, the claws do an attack or a grab. 6, it walks or swims forward or backwards. 7, it turns a 90-degree counterclockwise or clockwise, so you turn right or left. 8, emits bright light out of headlights. 9, it sinks if it's up to 20 feet in liquid. They're not magical, and it's not sunlight. And then 10 opens the rear hatch. So when we go to drive this, each of you are going to need to man a lever or 2, and we'll see if you can kind of make this thing work as a vehicle. So I'll type those up for next time, and we won't. We'll practice once we get there. But we've got 10 minutes, so let's set the stage, and then next session we'll actually kind of do the event, because there are a few decisions that you need to make before you get there.
Okay.
So as you go and retrieve this, now I do need to ask one question. Hang on. So this vehicle you're taught to drive, let's say you get it out of the ethereal plane onto Prismari campus. Is the plan to just
It looks like a barrel.
waltz it out? I mean, it's
like
a
to
machine.
capitalize on Delta's shrinks.
Oh, interesting. So you want to reduce it, make it smaller, so you can.
Do
make
you
it
want to
less
also
conspicuous?
use my shrinks or nah?
Yeah, would love to.
Is
Yeah.
that a
Now that we're out of the ethereal plane, your
So it
shrinks
goes
are
from
valid.
large to
Are we gonna get a rest before? Like, have we rested since?
multiple days. Yes.
We have, so I can log over.
Yeah. Everyone can
Yeah.
log a long rest.
Jimmy, how sure are we that this can move in the negative plane?
I'd say fairly sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be so funny.
Yeah.
To get there
After
and
all
just
this,
dump.
no, I love this idea. I honestly had not even thought about this. I think this is such a cool application of something that happened in games. So, all of you get inspiration. Everyone take inspiration for this. It's such a fun idea, and I can't wait to see how this works. I'm not going to change anything that I prepared, so this might totally make this way easier than I had it planned, right? You'll probably hit some things along the way. Okay, so you're going to shrink it to make it a little bit less conspicuous.
Correct.
When you get over to Witherbloom campus, just a reminder, because we haven't been on Witherbloom in a while, this is Wiltroot Hall, and this is where Delta and Hattie live in their little houses. It's
Can you
this
show us your
beautiful, lively space, and you'll remember this is the inside of the hall. It's just everything is very lush and green, and waterfalls in the background. It's absolutely gorgeous. But you'll remember this map, maybe. So the campus is over here on the left, and you are going to have to traverse to wherever you want to go. And so I would love to know how you would like to travel.
I got a mount.
You can get a mount. Yep, you and Hattie can both get mounts.
See ya.
What are you getting?
Why would
Wait,
you
you
get a
don't wanna
mount?
take the
We're in the
ship?
tank.
Oh, we have the tank.
Do we know where we're going in this?
I'd have to defer to the Witherbloom experts for this one.
I'm not really.
Hey,
sure.
doesn't
I got
Hattie,
there's
like...
a night portal in Forest 9, a deep demon pit in Grassland 21, a night portal in 22. I saw where it was.
I was going to say, you know where it is. It's in Mountain Hex number 24 at the bottom right.
Are we trying to just take this tank all the way across this place? Like, are we worried about, I don't know, gasolina or anything like that?
I don't think it runs on gas.
This runs on sheer magic, baby.
Are we worried about...
This is a mechanical beast, yeah.
Okay.
Nobody's out here.
I mean, are we assuming that driving through swamps and hills and desert is going to give us faster pace than covering over the mountains?
Well, the desert had those, like, monster thingies.
Well,
Why don't we just try it? Why don't we just drive this shit like
yeah.
25 feet and see what happens?
All
right.
Vroom, vroom, bitch. Let's go.
So a couple of
Like-
reminders, since it's been a year since we talked about this. Each hex takes approximately 3 hours to cross if you are going at a normal pace. If you find a way to go faster, because this thing walks as fast as a person does.
Yeah.
It's big and it's clunky. It's not built for speed. It's a tank, right? Mm-hmm. So if you would like to explore a way to travel faster, you are welcome to.
What are the
But if
mounts
you
do?
are going to drive it through, it will take you 3 hours per hex to get to Mountain X24 unless you have a way to travel faster.
That's kind of like a
or
whole
shortcut.
day.
What do the mounts travel at?
I don't
Is
think
it
the
same?
Tap Pack
Mounts
can
will
survive
travel.
a
It depends on what you're
24-hour
driving.
road
If you're
trip.
going to fly, I mean, those things are going to cover the most ground the fastest. If you're going to do land animals, they're going to be twice as fast as you are.
Okay, yeah.
But they will need to rest at some point.
Can you make like some eagles for us?
Because I think you rode horses or something.
Yeah, we did horses last time.
Well, you also
No,
rode
it
reindeer
was
or
elk.
something,
Yeah.
right? Or
Elk.
elks, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Um,
Can we
can
do a
cut
little
that time.
shrink again and then try to get across?
how long does the enlarge reduce
Take long.
last?
Whoa, what if we all get in the tank except you guys, you shrink it down, and then we only need
Enlarge
like one
reduce
mount?
lasts 1 minute. Just so we're clear.
so no.
So every...
Can we look for a shortcut? Who knows a shortcut? Why did you bring up shortcuts?
I think
No, I
it's
haven't
interesting
explored
that
that
this
much.
thing doesn't have an enlarge reduce button built in.
You know what I really want to put in is is it the probability drive? Is that's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where it turns everyone into spaghetti and it does not have that. I just thought it'd be funny to create that if I wanted to.
Like make us do like a wild magic roll to see what happens.
No, I love it. Yeah.
Anytime we mess up a lever, yeah.
I mean, there's probably no way you can carry it unless we're. Well, yeah, we already said that would be.
So we'll shrink it and then get them out. And
Shrinking
just-
lasts 1 minute.
Yeah.
We cannot shrink it. I don't know how we even got it across the campus in 1 minute, honestly.
I'm assuming you didn't. You may probably got it off of Prismari campus in a minute or two.
We probably
With a
got
few
to an
spells.
alleyway, shrink expired, and we're like, alright. And then we shrunk
It was
again.
probably
and
like
then,
dark, like people
yeah.
weren't around.
Are you trying to be subtle? Or do you care?
Hold
I
on.
mean, we were
People
just
see it?
trying to not
No.
pull a tank out of a crack of a bridge. Other than that, I'm not too worried about the hiding of the tank.
It's
Okay.
a magical campus.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
So
unless
it's
your people would
conspicuous.
see
People
it.
see you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And at this
Like
point,
someone
I
else
think
from
we're
the
just
org.
trying to get there the most direct route possible.
Correct.
So
So
Okay.
like,
So it's gonna
kind of
take us a
thinking
day?
like,
Would you consider this thing a creature?
No, it is an object.
That's
Given the time, this is where we'll pick this up. I don't want to belabor the point of having you see all these things. However, each one of these hexes has something unique about them, and I at least want you to have the option to know what's there and what you're encountering. Because knowing this campus, this is by far the most elaborate campus that was available to me. And so we can go the path you already want to. You can tell me if you want to turn back and go a different direction. You might find some more stuff along the way. But if you are not interested, I will tell you what it is and we'll move on. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
And we'll just pick that up for next week.
Alright.
Does that sound
kind of
okay?
forgot we had to go through this whole thing. It makes me less interested in trying to save Bracken now.
abort mission.
Well, let's just go drive this tank.
I mean,
around,
if you
guys.
don't take the tank, you can get there. Get a couple eagles. You can get there in 6 hours.
Well, not with a tank, though.
That's right. So I'm just saying you've made choices that are making this process longer and more involved. But it could definitely be more fun if you do as well.
Yeah,
Fair.
sounds
It
like
was
fun.
worth it. We needed
good
the
work,
tank.
people.
Okay.
We're good for next week.
And I want you all to practice driving this, so I'm going to give you a chance to coordinate your lever pulling.
Okay, that's concerning me already. But
All right.
It'll be
yes.
fun.
okay,
It's merely for fun. It's
Yeah,
not
sure.
going to have major consequences.
it does sound like some amount of intelligence and coordination is going to need to happen.
No, it's more timing.
Yeah.
We'll have to send a message to what's her name and be like, hey, we're going to need this for a little bit more than a day. My bad.
We're actually really bad at this.
I thought you guys were lying on purpose. Like, yeah, no, we were not going to get it back in a day.
Good to see
Man.
y'all.
All right, crew. Are we on for next week? Yes? Any objections? Okay. We'll see you then.
Just looking ahead, probably February 6th, I will not make it.